What's up, everybody? This is just a video talking about the new Prerunner chassis. I've got some in stock on my Etsy site, and if you've already ordered one, thank you so much. So just to get into it, 1955 Chevy cab. This is a free file on Colts, and then I have my fenders and bedsides. They're also free on Colts. This just hinges open. This file here, it works with this. I'm planning on uploading it to Colts, and then it does work with this tire carrier as well. Just two front axle stubs in there, and you just use regular nuts, so it's super easy to swap them. Simple 55 millimeter DJ crawler tires, and then Furatech Godzilla motor, Lizard Pro, Radio Link receiver. This is running a big ratio, 24 to 32, I believe, mod 5, mod 0.5. And then for the chassis itself, if you are ordering it on Etsy, you'll see an option for this fuel cell. It fits a 1200 milliamp hour battery, and anything smaller than that, of course. You have plenty of shock mounting positions and upper link mounts. For the upper link mounts, if you're running the printed flat skid that comes with it, or any other flat skid, I would use this top middle hole for your links as a starting point. If you're running a regular skid plate, I would run it in the lower middle hole, again, as a starting point. That'll just give you kind of the optimal geometry the way I have it designed. And then, yeah, of course, stock and flat skid compatible. For the shocks, I want my front shocks to be at more of an angle. You'll see, let me take this off. Here, these are the sway bars made by SCX24 RCs. You guys should check them out on Instagram. But for the front, it basically moves the front shock forward from where it normally sits. And then this metal piece is mounted where it normally sits, and that allows for the sway bar to sit there as well. So I'm looking for more of a rear angle, if that makes sense. I want them to be sloped further back. And then for the rear shocks, because I'm running an oil shock and a double barrel shock, they have different stroke lengths. So I've just oriented these or positioned these so that I can get the maximum amount of travel from both of them. This is just a little printed extender piece that allows the rear shock to sit a little further back. And then, sorry, I'm skipping back and forth, but back to the links. These printed ones just allow for a little more clearance around the battery so it can sit a little lower. But ideally you want your upper link and your lower link, or your beam in this case, to be pretty much parallel. If you angle your top link downwards so that they kind of form more of a triangle here, you'll have more squat under acceleration. If you have this upper link upward so that the triangle is more like that, under acceleration, this is actually going to push down. So that's why parallel is a good starting point, and then from there you can adjust your upper link just to get it exactly the way you want it. Another important note here is, as I'm moving upwards in my travel, the rear of the axle stays in a straight line, vertical like this. That is best for your drive shaft and best for just getting the power down. The front axle, I want it raked backwards a little bit. Again, the middle point here, the middle set of holes is a good starting point. For the flat skid, you're gonna want the top hole or the middle hole. For a regular skid, you'll want the middle or the bottom hole. These little electronics mounts that come with it, you can either just mount them like in these holes here. What I did though is you'll get some 10mm screws in the chassis kit, and you can just run this screw through that and then to the nut on the back side. And then you've got 4 different sway mount options here. They're behind the sway bar, but there's a few more. There's 4 in total up front and 4 in the rear as well, just so that you can get everything oriented correctly. Other than that, I'm not really sure. In the kit, you'll get mag mounts, front and rear, electronics trays for here and here, as well as these 2 side ones. Optionally, you can get the battery case with it. And that comes with the scale hardware and a tool for that. You'll get screws for your shocks, you'll get nuts for everything, you'll get screws for your upper links, and then screws to, for the skid plate and the mag mounts and everything like that. It's different mag mounts than the ones that are pictured here. You'll see these are wired, so that's how I run my lights currently. I'll stick with this for a little bit and then I'll switch it up. But yeah, 2 standard mag mounts, and then all of the spacing here, like for these holes, for the shock holes, for these holes there, they're all 4mm apart. So the mag mounts, the electronics trays fit just about everywhere. These holes here are 2.5mm apart. So these side trays will only work in these 2 clusters. And I think that about wraps it up. If you guys do want to print your own pieces for this, I definitely encourage it. Again, 4mm for most of the hole spacing throughout the chassis. These up here too, I believe. And then these are 2.5. And then, yeah, I encourage you guys to get creative with these chassis. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, the sway bars are from SCX24 RCs, and the chassis is fully compatible with those. I have paddle tires up for sale on my Etsy. And then let me know if you guys want any other files for this. Like I said, I'll try and upload a few of these files that I have on here just so that you guys can access them if you have a printer. But yeah, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.